Hello po, good morning sa ating lahat. Welcome sa ating Friday market briefing. So to start, let me share my screen with you. Excuse. So ayan, mauuna po we will start with, sandali lang, i-move ko lang to. We will start with euro. So kung titingnan nyo ang euro, gaya ng lagi nating ginagawa, you have to go to daily first kasi intraday lang naman yung inaasahan natin na trading natin. Ano po? So kung ganyan po ang nakikita nyo, ibig sabihin it is neither up or down kasi it is consolidating. Kung titingnan nyo to, since this day, this bar, nagko-consolidate na po siya. Gumagalaw siya within the range lang ng bar na ito. So more or less, what we will see today is just a range trade which will cover the expanse of this high up to this low. So yun lang po ang ni-expect natin for today, ano po? So if you now go to your smaller time frame, siyempre ang bias po nito ay downtrend kasi it is coming from a downtrend and then consolidation happens and then ang ine-expect natin is bababa na naman siya. So if we look at our 4-hour chart, we will now try to find areas of value where it can support our intended selling position. Ano po? Ba't bang hirap hanapin nung word na yon? Ayan, so we go to our lower time frame. Dito po, kung tayo po ay nagte-trade sa totoong buhay, ang ano po niyan, ang tama pong action diyan ay dapat dito natin binantayan ang presyo. Dito po sa 200-day moving average. Bakit diyan sa 200-day moving average? Kasi po kung papansinin ninyo, nag-resist diyan ng 2 beses tapos dito nag-resist ulit, nag-close siya dito and yung bar na nabuo dito was an inverted hammer. So it would have foretold you that it will go down. Ano po? So diyan po dapat yan ang area of high reward, low risk entry. So ito po yung ano natin, yung dapat na or yung ideal na entry po natin. So ngayon kung nandito na ang presyo, saan pupunta ngayon 'yan? So kung titingnan mo, you have to study also kung ano yung ginagalaw ng presyo bago ka gumawa ng desisyon. So eto, kung titingnan mo siya ngayon, nagkaroon ka ng resistance or nagkaroon ka ng rejection after hitting the MA26 moving average, nag-reject yung presyo mo, bumaba. So more or less, this one is going to be a significant resistance in your hourly movement. So if we now go to our shorter time frame, ito po dapat ang ano niya, our shorter time frame would have indicated that any approach to 2117 area or 2117, let's just confirm that dito sa ano natin. So kung 17 yan tapos 19 ito, we will just assume it to be at 19. So we will try to set a selling Yun pong 2139 dyan ay yun po yung ideal na selling. Kasi po, kaya ko sinabing ideal kasi dito po yan. Nag-reject po siya dito, nagkaroon ng inverted hammer, so dapat po sana dito po tayo nakapasok. Dito sa selling price na to. Yan, 2130, yung opening po nito. Since nandito na ang presyo ngayon, just to show you how what goes in my mind if I am asked to analyze where is the price going now at current price levels. Ano po? Tanggalin na lang natin. Yan. So ang euro, ang selling mo dyan, pag nag-correct po siya hanggang dito, tamang-tama, yan is going to be your area of resistance. So 2119, no? 2119 ang selling mo, ang target mo is 2058. Saan galing ang 2058? Ito po yun. Yan. Although ang tinutumbok niya, of course, is mas malalim, pero before you can expect it to hit 2025 or 2020, ito muna, it has to break this price level first, the 2058. Tapos ang cut loss mo will happen at 31 30 pips away from your entry price. 30 or 31 pips away from your entry price. Ayan po. So kung wala na pong tanong sa euro, we can now move on sa ating Japanese yen. Yung Japanese yen naman po natin, kung ating papansinin, ay patuloy pa rin ang kanyang pag-akyat. Ano po? Pero kung titingnan mo yung daily niya, ayan, nag-break na siya. So it's the first time that it has broken this trend line. Ano po? So it will have a probable retest of 105.34. So pwede pong i-retest po niya yan given the current breakout that is happening. Ayan, so if you want to, ano po ba ang ideal na setup ng entry po natin diyan? Ideally, if you are trading on a daily basis, if you are trading using your daily chart, yan aantayin mong mag-umakyat, mag-correct dito. Antayin mong mag-correct siya. The first correction towards your penetrated trend line is your area of value or your opportunity to trade. Ayan po. So, dito po, since breakout pa lang niya, we go to a smaller time frame and look for opportunities where we could probably buy. Kasi nga, kung titingnan mo ito, this is a small flag formation. Ano po? Ito po. Kasi ang flag formation naman is really a smaller price pattern. Excuse me. Ang category naman ng flag formation is it's a small price pattern. So ang sinasabi lang dito, kung napansin nyo ito, no, inulit-ulit ko, paulit-ulit na sinasabi, I think I have told you this few days ago or yesterday. Aantayin yung mag-touch ang 26-day moving average sa low ng consolidation na ito. So ito po yon. Nag-touch po siya sa 26-day moving average. So kung kahit dito ka nag-abang ng buying mo, you could have taken advantage. So ang recommendation po natin, buy at the moving average of this price level. So anong moving average po niyan? Ang moving average, 26-day moving average is 104.21. Ang target po niyan, 104.21 ay ito po. You buy at 104.21. Yan, 104.21, 104.25. Magkalapit lang naman, no? So, ang target mo is 105.20. Saan po ba galing ang 105.20? Ang 105.20 po ay galing yan malamang dito. Yan. So, it came from our smaller time frame chart. Buburahin ko lang yung malaking line na yan kasi nagpapaano siya. Dito siya galing sa higher time frame pala. Yan. So, 105.20. Bakit po yan ang sinukat natin? Kasi kung papansinin po ninyo, palalakihin ko lang para makita nyo, no? Yan. Kung titingnan nyo po ito, kung titingnan nyo yan, flag po yan. So, saan mo susukatin? Dito. Ang sukat niyan ay mula dito hanggang dito. So, kaya ito po yan. So, kung nag-breakout siya, saan mo siya susukatin ulit? Dito rin. Yung flag mo dito, tsaka dito, dyan mo ngayon ilalagay yung sinukat. So, yan ang magiging target niya, 105.20 area. Ni-round off ko na lang sa psychological level kasi dito 105.11, 105.13, 14, round off na lang natin sa psychological area. Round it off to a round whole number na psychological level. So 105.20. Ang cut loss natin ay 20 pips. Dala nga ng ang ATR natin sa hourly ay it's just 10 pips. Ano po? So kung titingnan nyo po yan, ang ATR mo sa hourly, allow me to bring it back to hourly. Yan. So ang ATR mo is 9.9. You round it off 10. 10 times 2 is 20. So you subtract 20 from your entry price level. As long as you do that directly, if your entry level or entry price is based on an area of value. If the entry price is not based on an area of value, then you have to look for your next most recent swing high or swing low in order for you to establish your possible support or resistance level. And then that is where you are going to add your ATR either plus or minus na po. So kung wala na pong katanungan sa Japanese yen, tayo naman ay pupunta sa British pound. So there are times na maganda ang basa ng chart, ay nakakaano lang. So kung titingnan niyo po dito, bakit ko sinasabing maganda ang basa ng chart? Kasi kung papansinin ninyo, nagpo-pullback siya ngayon pero yung pullback niya ay controlled and makikita mo controlled yung kanyang pullback. Kasi bakit ko sinabing controlled? Kasi yung mga bars niya are smaller compared to the rally that has taken before the consolidation. So kung i-compare mo dito yung niya, maliliit ito kumpara dito sa ginalaw dito. Ibig sabihin, healthy correction yan. Siyempre, I cannot say it with 100% certainty, but that is the assumption of technical analysis concepts that we have learned so far. So, ang buying mo dito is nasa 37.00. Ito po. Either 37.04 or 37.00. Ang possible buying area mo. So, yan po. Ang natin. Kaya natin sinabi na clear siya because may nag-break na market structure. Ito yung market structure mo. Nag-break na market structure. Clear yung kanyang pagko-correct. So more or less, we will start to see an uptrend after when it hits 3700 area. Yan. 3704 up to 3700 is buying. Ang target mo is 3770. Saan galing ang 3770? Ang 3770 ay posibleng sukatin lang natin to, ha. Nasa 3820 ang target niya if ever. Hindi. Yung 3770 is the trend line. But yan po ang next target niya. Pag nalagpasan niya ang 3770, 3820 na. Ang cut loss mo is 3656. So kung wala na pong katanungan dyan, we can now move on sa ating AUD-USD. Ang AUD-USD naman ay ganun din, parang nagmimimik lang siya ng, parang minimimik lang niya ang galaw ng ng British pound. So if we are to consider itong galaw niya ngayon, more or less we might see some this is a possible area of support kasi meron kang Pinocchio bar dito. Yan. Yung Pinocchio bar mo dyan, which falls at 50% retracement from this low up to this high. So dito po, it could be an area to consider, but I am not saying with certainty, to consider buying of Australian dollar against the US dollar. So pero hindi po yan malakas na signal kasi kung nakikita natin yung ginagalaw niya ngayon, it is already below your moving averages, ano po? So nag-crossover na siya with your moving average. So it might go down all the way, or it might support at this level. There is a chance that it will support at this level. So should we do that? Should we decide to have a counter trade ngayon, tingnan natin kung ano ang daily niya. Ang daily mo, paakyat pa rin naman. Bakit ko sinabing paakyat ang daily mo? Kasi po, kung papansinin natin, di ba, ito paakyat, ito correction, itong pagko-consolidate niya dito, tapos since nagwe-wave siya ng pababa, kaya po more or less, this can be treated as a flag formation again. Ito, so yung paakyat niya is still intact. Although pula itong, predominantly it has moved downward for today kasi it might be tracing out a correction which could probably stop here at this price level, which is 76.43. So ang buying po natin sa Australian dollar is 76.43. Tapos ang target price mo ay 77. Ito po. So may mga oras po na halos pare-pareho lang ang ina-apply mong technical concept sa pag-forecast, ano. So since nandyan na siya 77.55, ito na lang ang next na i-consider mo. 77.63. Yan. So yan po yung ating target for today. It's 77.63 at ang cut loss mo is 76 07 because of your hourly ATR, which is now at, let me just see, 18 pips. 18 times 18 is 18 times 2 is 36. Yan, kaya po 36 pips yan. 36 pips ang ikakaltas natin sa ating entry. Yun po yung cut loss natin. So, yes ma'am. Yes ma'am. Ay, oo, XAU pala. Sorry po. Oo. Hindi ko napapansin. XAU pala. Auxiliary naman yan. Sorry po. XAU. Ayun, importante po. Alam yung gold yon. XAU, tama. Yan. So, yan po yung yung gold natin. Kung wala na pong tanong sa silver. Kung wala nang tanong sa Aussie dollar, we can now proceed to gold. So, ang gold po naman natin for today ay, kung mapapansin po ninyo, yung daily natin, ang maaari po niyang puntahan ay pababa. Ano po? Bakit natin sinabing pababa? Kasi kahapon, ito yung nagkaroon siya ng Pinocchio bar, which is a false sign of weakness, false sign of strength. Strength in going up, but at the end of the day, yung mga buyers mo, natalo pa rin, nanaig pa rin ang sellers mo at the end of the day. So what you will be looking out for today is an area or an opportunity to sell. So kung ito po yan, kung ganyan po yan, ang mga area of value mo ay ito at saka ito. Malayo ka na sa area of value mo. Kaya ang gagawin mo, you look at the smaller time frame. So kung ito yung smaller time frame mo, 'di ba? Meron kang area of value dito which is much clearer. Ang area of value mo is 1844.60. Kaya doon po tayo magse-sell sa 1844.60 or 1845. Yung 1845 po, kinuha ko na lang yung high nito. 1845.34, itong bar na to. So yan po yung selling natin which is 1845. Tapos ang target mo is 1820. Saan po galing yung 1820? Ang 1820 is galing dito. Kung nakakatuwa itong mga formation, pag nag-form ng flag si isa, hala silang lahat flag na rin. So ito, nakaka-flag na rin to. So kung susukatin mo yung pole niyan, ito yung pole niyan. So ito po. Pagka siya ay nag-breakout, yan po ang punta niya. Yan, 1815.68. Ano po? So yun po ang magiging target natin. 1815.68. Tapos ang cut loss mo is 13 pips, which translate to $130 if you are trading mini lot. So malaki po yan ha, but you can manage this. You can decrease this amount, corresponding amount of pips loss when you tweak your volume size in trading. So kung halimbawa gawin mong 0.05 or masyado pang malaki para sa iyo, edi gawin mong 0.025. Yan, kung 0.025 po yan, ito po ay magiging 130 divided by 4, it becomes ilang dollars lang? So 120, $30. It's a bit over 20, it's a bit over $30. Yun po, yung ano niya. Pero syempre, kung mababa po yung per pip value niya, pagka mababa, ginawa mong maliit sa losses mo, ang possible ang possible income mo ay liliit din. Yun po. But it is better that you manage your risk every time you enter rather than nagbabakasakali ka na gusto mong one time big time. Wala pong one time big time sa ganitong klase ng trading. sometimes you hit, sometimes you don't, but it's in the manner of not go sabi nga nila kung race car driver ka raw, the important thing is securing yourself from a worse accident. So ibig sabihin, every time you race your car, every time you race with other cars, see to it that you take necessary precautions para madisgrasya ka man, next time you will be able to race again. You will not uh, you will not incur heavy losses so as to the point that you will not be able to trade again for the next time. Kasi ang importante po dito ay we are able to trade more often at saka yung times na nagte-trade tayo, mas marami ang kumikita. So yun po yung ano natin, yun yung pinaka target po natin dito. Ano, hindi po yung nag-trade tayo ngayon, bukas makakabili na tayo ng Ferrari or bukas makakabili na tayo ng pangarap nating Vios, hindi po ganun yon. So kung wala na pong question dyan, we can now move on sa ating economic indicators. So ang inaasahan po natin ngayon, gross domestic product coming from Germany, so it is expected to move yung so wala pong ano no, ang expected ay zero growth po sila ngayon. Ang last reading nila is 8.5, tapos ngayon zero ang ina-expect na growth ng kanilang quarterly GDP. Ng ngayong quarter, ang growth ng GDP nila is zero as compared to the last quarter, yan, which is 8.5. Ang pinagkaiba po niyan, quarter on quarter, ibig sabihin this quarter compared with last quarter. At pag year on year quarter 4, ibig sabihin this quarter compared to last year's quarter. Yun po ang ibig sabihin nito. Yun po, yung reading dito at saka yung, kaya po nagkakaiba-iba yan. Parehong gross domestic product, bakit iba ang reading? Because of the time frame being considered. So yun po. So yun lang naman ang red ngayong araw. So basically after this, we are expecting it to be quite relatively technical movement ang mangyayari sa ating mga currencies. So on that note, I would like to invite you to attend our Forex 101 tomorrow, which is Saturday. At saka dun sa mga nagnanais na makaaral ng advanced topic sa ating technical analysis, you can contact Ma'am Joanne and ask her kung paano po ang paraan para makasali po kayo dito sa ating advanced topics ng ating technical analysis. Ano po? So on that note, I would like to thank you all sa ating sa pagsama sa ating Maraming salamat po sa pagsama sa ating briefing ngayon and hope to see you all again tomorrow.